Robin is with us. Robin is in Lexington, Kentucky. Hi, Robin. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Sure, what's up?
So I'm in a strange situation. My husband and I, we just recently started the baby steps, which I want to say thank you for, because your program finally convinced him that it was stupid to be saving for retirement while we still had debt, and which means I won. So very excited to be paying all that off.
Good.
But I am a research analyst for an agency in the intelligence community, which makes me a government contractor. So this vaccine requirement's kind of coming down the pike for me, and I'm not one of the people that's willing to get it. And I was wondering what your suggestion would be about pausing paying on our student loans and trying to kind of save up some money for my impending unemployment if this were to continue forward.
Well, how far are we talking into the future? You think this is a month, 2 months, 6 weeks? What are you hearing?
So the emails that we've gotten are early December, and of course that's all subjective, right? So I mean, I haven't seen the actual executive order come out yet. I haven't. The lawsuits aren't done yet. I mean, there's a million things that could happen, but I'm a planner, and if I get fired from this job for this reason, I don't have skills to get paid the same level outside of government work.
How do you know that? I'm not saying you're wrong, but I want you to answer that. How do you know that as a research analyst in the kind of work you do that's not transferable outside?
Well, I'm specifically a language-enabled research analyst, Chinese language, for future threats technologies. So there's not a huge market out there for that. And now I could apply my language and that abilities to other things, but they wouldn't pay on the same
I totally
scale.
understand. But let me also share with you that, yes, that's a super, super specific position. But the fact of the matter is Chinese language and that linguistic skill aside, you're really good at research. You're really good at analyzing things. True or false?
True.
Well, I'm just going to challenge you that.
What do you make now?
I'm making $80,000, and this is basically an entry level. I'm in line for do this for a year, and they bump you up about $20,000. So.
Yeah. Have you done any research out in the marketplace to see what's out there near $80,000 doing that type of work? Forget the specific nature.
I mean, I don't know about research. I did look for a job for 8 months when we got kicked out of China to come back here because of COVID in the first place. And I was unsuccessful. I finally found a job in local government doing what I really enjoyed it, but it paid about half of what I'm making now. So I don't know about research, but I know that it's really, really hard to get a job with Chinese language research analysts and not a ton of experience in the field.
Sure. Well, again, I'm really gonna challenge you. You are a researcher by nature, and I think you've got to take this really serious. I think just to assume, well, I'm gonna have to pause my baby steps to try to weather this, as opposed to what can I do that's proactive. I think that's what you've got to be doing right now. And I think you have so much experience and so much skill that's transferable. You've got to be looking into what corporate jobs that are a good fit for me. And if I'm making 70, but I think just to assume that you can't make 80, I think that's you got some more work to do on that. I really would challenge you to do some homework.
Okay.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I have to agree with your initial idea too. I'm gonna stop the baby steps and pile up cash because until you land something else. I think there's a real heavy probability you're going to be done there if you're unwilling to be vaccinated. And so I think the president has made it pretty obvious what his intent is on that. And the only question is whether he has the power to pull it off or not before he gets slammed with 5,000 or 50,000 constitutional challenging lawsuits, which is what's going to happen. But the question is that going to save your job? I don't know, and I would be pretty pessimistic about that in this environment. So yeah, I'm gonna stop and pile up cash, but I'm also going to start reanalyzing how your skills fit into the marketplace at Ken's suggestion, and see if you can't land something that's there. Maybe even some independent things that aren't government contracts, but maybe you're just contracting out to defense contractors and so forth. But even those, I think uh, the president's going to try to anything that touches the federal government is going to try to hit it, and so it's going to be a lot of arguing going on before things are decided. It's not as easy as the stroke of a pen in a democracy. So, right or wrong, that's going to be your facts. So, yeah, I'm going to pile up cash for a while here until I feel like I've got a greater than 50% chance of staying. And then once you've got that, then you can calm down a little bit.